Hey babe, looks like we made it to the day. I'm surprised because this last few months has been rough. It's been fun, but it's been an adventure, more so than the last few years of our relationship. A lot to get done, but we finally got there, and I'll be wearing a ring soon. So by the time you're seeing this, I'll be sitting next to you wearing that ring, and we'll be toasting to our lives together. I've been thinking about you a lot and our relationship and everything, and I read a story the other day that's going to sound kind of morbid, but I'm going to start with that and you'll get the point here, hopefully. There was a 17-year-old girl in the Netherlands who actually died by euthanasia. She had severe depression and PTSD, and in the Netherlands you're allowed to go ahead and take your own life with doctor-assisted suicide. And not getting into the whole politics and the whole ethics behind that, which is another issue. But it got me to thinking that this is a 17-year-old girl who basically ended her life and didn't realize that even though there were so many struggles, so many things that she was going through, that life is like that. It brings ups and downs all the time. And I thought about that, and I thought about, when I was 17, and in high school, in my senior year, and everything I would have missed out on had I chosen to do something like that back then. And it makes me think, yeah, there were tough times, but when I look back at it now, it was just nothing but good memories. And now I'm looking at it, and it's my 30th high school year and a reunion this year. And then you go into college, and all the difficulties going from living at home to living in the dorms and everything else, and the struggles that we went through with that, and my freshman year, and it was rough. But again, I made it through, and some of my best friends who are sitting here tonight celebrating with me, and I think about that, and I don't know, it kind of chokes me up because there's just so many tough times that people go through without realizing that it's just a matter of holding on and getting through the struggle, and realizing that now I'm like 25 years out from my reunion for that this year. And then of course medical school, some of my friends here tonight in residency, and that was rough, probably one of the roughest times of my life. But what was interesting about that is that even though I don't look back at a lot of great times, there were some, but I look back more at the fact that I struggled through that, and I was still able to make it through, and it made me stronger. It made me realize that, there's not much that I can't get through if I can get through that. And now I'm looking at, 20 years for that this year, for my 20th year reunion. And I kept on going, and 5 years ago, as you know, one of the darkest times in my life, and I don't know, if there was ever a point where I thought I was going to give up, I thought maybe that would be it, but I didn't. And I kept going because I thought there's more to this, and I looked back at everything that I'd been through before, and I thought I can make it through this too. And then you came along, and I wasn't expecting you. I wasn't looking for you. It was just kind of a random thing that happened. And what's so weird about that is that it's, again, just life. It's not a matter of ups and downs or good or bad or highs or lows. Life just gives you what it gives you, and it's up to you to interpret that and to make the best of it. And I'm just so glad that I never gave up along the road, because now I'm here with you, and this is where I was meant to be all this time. And when we first met, when we first went on our date, it was so different than I think anybody else that I had met before, because I didn't feel this intensity. It wasn't this fireworks, it was more butterflies. And I remember going home from that restaurant that night, and I laid in bed, and I couldn't get you out of my head. And I remember thinking about being anxious and wanting to call you the next day because I wanted to learn more about you. And I think it's been that way the entire time in our relationship. every day I think I learn something new about you, and I explore you and love you a little bit more. And that's one of two promises that I think I want to make to you, is that I will always try my best to love you a little bit more every day and appreciate you a little bit more every day. And no matter what life brings at us, and everybody's here wishing us well, and I'm hoping for the best, and we all are, but life's gonna give us what it's gonna give us. And we're together in this now. And the promise that I make to you is that I'm not gonna give up. I never will. We'll be together, we'll face whatever comes together. And there's a security in that. And just knowing that you're gonna be by my side makes me realize how lucky I am and how grateful I am. Not for the things that I have, but for the things that I didn't get. All the times when I thought that I wanted something so bad and I didn't get it, now I look at it and I think, you know what? There was a reason. Because life has a way of giving you what you need. And you don't always know what's best for you or what you really need until it comes to you, and it's just very apparent. And you're that person for me. And I realize that now. And I love you very much. And I can't wait for our journey in life to begin today. Thanks, babe.
Well, Isaac, if you're sitting here today, I guess I'm not going to give you these brand new Robert Graham socks. That means you didn't get cold feet, so thank you. I do have a few thoughts that I wanted to share with you today. Isaac, you are my best friend. I never would have guessed that when we met on Match.com and went on our first date to the Henry for dinner, that I would meet my future husband, someone I've been praying for and dreaming of for so long. I fell in love with your kindness, your humility, your faith, and your sense of humor. You're a gentleman that still opens the door always for me, tells me daily how beautiful I am, always complimenting me, giving me flowers just because. I'll never forget the first time you told me you love me, and I hope we never forget how we feel when we're standing at that altar together. Together we are better than we could be alone, and I feel so blessed to know that God brought you into my life to love and care for me. As your wife-to-be, I promise to love you without reservation, to support you in your goals, and to encourage and respect you in your successes and your failures. I prayed for you for years before I knew your name, and I promise to continue to pray for you with the same devotion. Loving what I know of you and trusting what I do not yet know, I promise to stand by you regardless of obstacles we may face together, or how much our bodies change, or our bank account may fluctuate. I promise to work at our love and always make you a priority in my life. When I met you, I truly had no idea how my life was about to be changed. But then, how could I have known? A love like ours happens once in a lifetime. You were a godsend to me, the one who was everything I had ever hoped for, the one I thought existed only in my imagination. When you came into my life, I realized that what I had always thought was happiness couldn't compare to the joy loving you brought me. You are a part of everything I think and do and feel. And with you by my side, I believe that anything is possible. Because of you, I laugh, smile, and I dare to dream again. Thank you for the miracle of you. You are and always will be the love of my life. I can't wait to give myself to you in marriage. I will love you, cherish you, and hold you in the highest regard. I will support you, comfort you through life's joys and sorrows. I will encourage you, inspire you, and be honest and faithful to you. I will stand by your side always and forever. Our wedding day will be the first day of the rest of our lives together, and the best times are yet to come. The best memories are yet to be made, and I cannot wait for it to be with you. And now a small poem that I wrote for my husband, Isaac. After all the planning and all the stress, here I stand like a queen in my dress. After all the hard work and all the spent bucks, here you are listening to my poem, dressed handsomely in your tux. It felt like forever since you first asked me to wed, but I will never forget those words you first said. There are no words to describe the happiness in my heart, and in a short while, we'll be husband and wife, never to part. I love you so much, you have made my life complete. No other man could ever do next to you, who could compete? As I sit here and waiting to walk down the aisle to your side, I want you to know how honored I am to be your bride. You have changed my life in so many ways. By your side as your wife, I will spend the rest of my days. As we speak our vows, forgive me if I cry. With so much happiness inside, it will be hard to keep them dry. The time is getting close and my heart will race, but I know I will feel ease when I see your face. I love you, baby, and I will for the rest of my life. Together forever, you and me, husband and wife. Well, it's about time for the ceremony to start, so put down this note and open up your heart. The next time you see me, we shall become one. This is the day our life together has begun. I love you, honey, and I know you love me too. Let's get this wedding started. I'm ready to say I do.
Today I held flowers and I dressed in white. I made a promise and my mother cried. And every moment till this one right now fades in the shadow of the love that we found.
I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Well, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight.
Sei la mia donna, la forza delle onde del mare. Cogli i miei sogni, i miei segreti, molto di più. Spero che un giorno l'amore che ci ha accompagnato diventi casa, la mia famiglia diventi noi. E siamo sempre bambini, ma nulla impossibile. e poi a piedi nudi noi, dentro la nostra musica ti ho guardata ridere e sussurrando ho detto: tu stasera vedi sei perfetta per me.
Ballo con te
Nell'oscurità, stretti forte e poi a piedi nudi noi,
dentro la nostra musica.
ho creduto sempre in noi, perché sei un angelo e io t'ho aspettato quanto ti ho aspettato.